Week. If you guys are watching the replay, always let me know in the comments with hashtag replay. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click subscribe right here with this button and give me a thumbs up if you're loving this information. So I was thinking about something to post today, and I was like, you know what? This is a conversation that I hear a lot on Facebook, where it's like, and I even see it when you guys enter my Facebook group. I ask you guys what you're struggling with when it comes to social media. And one thing that I see a lot is that a lot of people want to post on social media. They genuinely want to post, but the problem is that they either lack confidence or they're just not, they can't break out of that shell enough in order to post and really be themselves, I guess. But they have all this information that they want to teach other people. They just can't express themselves because they're shy or they're an introvert. So I'm going to tell you guys what the best social media network is for you if you are an introvert and you're struggling just to show up on social media. So, what is an introvert? Exactly what I just said. An introvert is somebody that either lacks confidence or they're shy, or maybe they just don't know how to express themselves either on video or through camera, or they don't want to show up on camera. They probably don't want to talk about what they think about, and they just want to put it on a piece of paper and then that's it, okay? So the best social media network, this is going to be a short and sweet live stream. The best social media network for introverts is Pinterest. And I'm going to explain why Pinterest is the best for introverts. The reasons why Pinterest is the best social media network for introverts is because you don't have to show your face on Pinterest. Pinterest values valuable information. They value valuable information. And valuable information on Pinterest is boosted in the algorithm. You also do not need to show your face on Pinterest. Pinterest favors vertical images that are faceless, okay? It favors content that is of value. So if you are new as an online entrepreneur, maybe you don't know how to express yourself on video, maybe the thought of doing a live stream is so daunting and just scares the crap out of you. I have been there, okay? I know that feeling. When I did my first live stream, I always tell you guys to go back to my first Facebook live stream that I've ever done. My heart was racing. I think I was sweating. It was 50 minutes long because I could just not shut up because I was so nervous. But over time, it got better and better because I practiced it. But I totally understand and can relate to those people that are nervous to show up, but they also have all this amazing information that's in their brain, and they're just I just wish that I either had more confidence or I could show up in the ways that all of these other social networks want me to show up, so I can, help the people that are waiting for me to show up. So the thing is that if you prioritize, I'm also a big believer to prioritize social media networks that value and also go towards your strengths. So for example, I love photography. I love live streaming. How do I show up online? I love doing Facebook Lives, push it over to YouTube. I love Instagram, photo-based, Pinterest, Twitter. I can just reshare on all those platforms, okay? But if you are an introvert, you're not going to want to prioritize live streaming, okay? If you're an introvert, let me know in the comments. And if you're an introvert, you're not going to want to prioritize taking selfies, pictures of your face, showing up on an Instagram story. That's probably really daunting for introverts, okay? So the best social media network, if you're just hopping on now, like I already said, is Pinterest. And the reasons why Pinterest is the best for introverts is because Pinterest favors in their algorithm value-based content, okay? Pinterest favors faceless images. So you literally want to take a picture like this, you never have to show your face on Pinterest, which is the first. So I've been using Pinterest for 8 years and I've still never taken a picture of my face for Pinterest, okay? And it's still the most lucrative social media account passively that I use for my business. So you do not have to take pictures of your face. You don't even have to take pictures of your body. You just want to create, I said this in a Facebook live stream that I did a couple weeks ago, that Pinterest is a free Facebook ad that you don't have to pay for, because Pinterest is a search engine. So when you put your value-based content onto Pinterest, let's just say you have a picture where it's 5 ways CBD helps your health. I see some CBD girls on here, so I'm using you guys as an example. 5 ways CBD can help and benefit your health, okay? That is your ad, okay? So when you have that picture, you have a link attached to every Pinterest photo. What are you going to put in the link? You can put your blog, your website, your product, more information. You can send them to an opt-in where it's like a free booklet, and then they download that information and now they're on your email list. You quite literally, they never really have to ever see your face. They can get to know you through a written setting. So let's just say if you're also an introvert, you're probably also going to favor blogging over, like I said, taking selfies, doing live streams, being on audio, which is totally okay. You always want to prioritize the platforms that suit what you are the most comfortable with doing, okay? Don't go to the ones that are popular just because they're popular and then you need to be there and then you are sweating every single day every time you need to think about doing a post, and then you end up not posting, which leads to inconsistency, which leads to nobody knowing about your business, and then it just leaves you sad, upset, and frustrated, and it's just a hole you don't need to go down. So like I said, I'm a big believer that you don't need to be on platforms just because they're popular. You should prioritize platforms that allow you to be your best self and to show up as your best self online, okay? And I'm fully aware that there are a lot of online entrepreneurs that are introverts, and that's okay because you don't have to be on Instagram. You don't have to prioritize Facebook live streaming just because everyone and their mom's doing it and that's what's popular right now. What you need to focus on is how can I get my information to my ideal clients online where they can search for the solution to their problem and I become an answer to the solution, okay? So because Pinterest is a search engine, your results that you post on Pinterest also show up on Google, which is amazing. I told you guys before that I randomly wanted to Google a quote and my quote came up first out of 186 million results on Google, my picture, okay? And the link, both were number 1. And the crazy thing about that was because since Pinterest is a search engine and every picture is attached to a link, because so many people click on that picture, your link gets boosted in, it's search engine optimization, but your link gets boosted in the search every time somebody clicks on your link, okay? That's why Pinterest is literally a gold mine for autopilot passive growth. Because when you start placing your valuable information on Pinterest, without your face, no duck face selfies, no bikini pictures. No one even has to know what you look like, okay? Because you're placing your value. It's like a free Facebook advertisement. So you're essentially saying, hey, here's my CBD product. Here's 5 ways you can use CBD to have added health benefits. Here's 5 reasons why you should start incorporating CBD in your daily life. Anything to educate your ideal client who is searching about something, because that's why people go on Pinterest or a search engine on Google, how to ... They're searching for something. How do I do this? How do I take this? In what ways do I take this? It's always a question, okay? So when people search for the solution to their problem, your content is going to show up, regardless of what you look like, regardless of how skinny you are, if you have pimples on your face, what your hair looks like that day. It doesn't matter on Pinterest. That's why Pinterest is so amazing and is honestly my number 1 and probably will always be my favorite social media network, because it's quite frankly the only social media network that's also a search engine where they favor value-based content no matter what you look like. If your content is relevant to what your ideal client is searching for, you get rewarded for that. It's value-based, okay? Like I said, no face. They don't want your face in the pictures. Pinterest values faceless photos. They also favor value-based content, like I've already said. So if you're an introverted entrepreneur and you have all this value that you want to share with your ideal client, but you just struggle with getting on a live stream, taking a selfie, showing up on an Instagram story, that's okay. Facebook and Instagram are not the only social media networks, okay? And they're also not on search engines. So when you start placing your content onto search engines, there's like millions upon billions of results on search engines. And like I always say, people go to Google to search for Facebook, but they don't go to Facebook to search for Google. All right. So I just want to reiterate that if you are an introverted entrepreneur and you are watching this video, you do not have to keep, killing yourself to do what's popular, even though like you literally hate every single moment of the day, because that's what you think you need to do. Okay. The first thing that you should do, any entrepreneur, take a step back and be like, what are my strengths? What do I love doing? What am I good at? And write it down. And this goes into regards of how you like giving out content. Do you love writing? Do you love like not being the face of your brand, but also giving away value? Do you love being on live streams? Do you love taking selfies or like pictures of yourself or like telling people about your day? You need to write down what you're good at. And then you can assess the platform that works the best for you, because that's how you're going to attract your ideal clients so much easier than trying to like resist them away just by like pushing out content that you hate, but you're like, oh, that platform's popular, but I'm still going to push it out even though I like hate what I'm doing, because you're going to come across a way that's so inauthentic and it's not you, right? None of us are inauthentic, but you will come across that way if you keep pressuring yourself or like someone else is pressuring you to be on platforms that you absolutely hate. Okay. So the best platform that I recommend for introverts is Pinterest. And I'm going to see your guys' comments before I wrap this up. Hey guys, if you're hopping on, say hey. Okay, Danielle says, but don't people connect to you more if they can put a face to the name? So this is what I mean by this, is that when people search for the solution to their problem, I think this is kind of like a lot of the times when we're building personal brands, we think, oh my God, we need to have our face plastered on every single picture and like me, this is what I'm doing all the time, me, when in reality, like I said, like on all of my live streams, I call that the me method. People don't care about you. They care about how you can help them. Okay. So if you have a piece of content that's value-based, so they want to know the answer to their problems. So for example, if I was a new entrepreneur, I'm looking up, how do I start my online business? And if it's a valuable piece of information, that's all I care about. I don't care what the person looks like, how skinny they are, if they have blue eyes, brown eyes, purple eyes, like I don't really care what they look like. I'm looking for the answer to my problem, right? How do I start an online business? I'm typing that in, okay? I get my answer. When I see my answer, I'm clicking on it. Then I read the article, which is value-based content, okay? I'm not saying that like on the internet, you don't have to have one picture of your face ever like put up whatever. But what I'm saying is that you don't have to necessarily be on a live stream or consistently every single day create new content for Instagram and Instagram story on live streaming on Instagram story in order to get out value-based content. Okay. So yes, when you have your own website and you want to get professional photos taken, or like you can take pictures on your own time where you're comfortable and you don't have to be consistently pushing out selfie-based content in order to stay relevant, you can still have all of that stuff. I'm just saying if you're an introverted entrepreneur, you can prioritize Pinterest, which favors value-based content, because when you do that, at least you're pushing out content consistently, which is what we need to strive for, is being consistent with our content. So a lot of introverted entrepreneurs can't be consistent on Instagram, on Facebook, because they feel like they always have to show up, show their face, be on audio, be on live streams, be on Instagram story all day, every day, 24/7. And yeah, that is exhausting. And another thing about a search engine is that when you place your content on a search engine, it's searchable for life, okay? So your content is always relevant if people are searching for it. So you're always going to be relevant. Your content, that's why like I always use this example, Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. When you search for Baby One More Time Britney Spears, no one cares that she uploaded it 10 years ago, okay? That video is still coming number one. We're turning that on and like we're dancing on a Friday night like tonight, okay? Like your content is always stays relevant. It's not like Instagram or Facebook where it's like a ticking time bomb, where you post your content and after 30 minutes, depending upon how popular you are on those networks, it dies, okay? It becomes unsearchable. So that's why Pinterest is amazing for introverted entrepreneurs, because in the beginning and for life, to stay consistent, all they have to do is focus on the value-based content. And then when those people get redirected to their other sources, which could be an Instagram, a Facebook page, their website, a blog, it could be, you know, an opt-in to their email list where they get a freebie and you can nurture them through an email sequence. You don't really have to show your face that much. You can like have a picture of yourself. I'm not saying that like you should never take a picture of yourself and never have a picture of yourself online, but it's better to stay consistent than it is to not be consistent. So this is an easy way for introverted entrepreneurs to stay consistent online, is by focusing on value-based content, rather platforms that value vanity metrics, selfies, duck face selfies, bikinis, all that jazz. That was a really good question, Danielle. Thank you for asking. Kristen says, where's the first one? I need to have my team watch now. I like forget what video I even talked about. I'll have to rewatch and then I'll leave that link for you, Kristen, when I go back. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Say hey, guys, if you're hopping on. Okay, so Courtney says, I sell design engagement rings and I'm such an introvert. This is what I've been thinking, totally clicking. Courtney, that would be amazing for you. Seriously, like, especially, and I hate to say, like, I know, like, Pinterest can work for everybody, but since people go on Pinterest for inspiration, people go to Pinterest for three things. They go for how to do something, they look for how to buy something, and they look inspiration, how to do something, and to buy something. So the thing is that when people and men use Pinterest, I know like Mark's on. Mark, do you use Pinterest? Let us know in the comments. But people go on Pinterest, including men, and they're looking for these ideas. So if you posted your engagement rings onto Pinterest, people are searching for that, specifically for engagement rings, because a lot of people are looking for wedding ideas, bridesmaids ideas, how to do my hair for a bridesmaid, like engagement ring ideas, like especially the different types of settings. And you can also educate people on carats, clarity. You probably know more about that than I do. I don't have an engagement ring, so I'm just going off the top of my head and just from my experience of using Pinterest. But you can really educate people, value-based content about engagement rings onto Pinterest, and people would eat that up. Not only that, you're leading people to your website, which is when if they get that value from you, they're going to know that you know what you're talking about. So you're just leading them naturally to the sale. Hey, Erica, how are you? Oh, my first live. Yeah, I'll link that. So that's actually on my first live stream ever is on my Facebook. Oh, sorry. Kind of like cut myself off. My first Facebook live stream ever is on my Facebook business page, which is at Kylie Francis Social. You can just go to the videos. It's on my VVV, Vulnerability, Visibility, and Value. And I always say that I keep wanting to, that's what I'm going to do next week. I'll do a live stream series, vulnerability, visibility, and value. And I'll like compare the two and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I like, it's going to be so funny. But yeah, my first live stream, I was saying that like another thing too about being an introvert is that sometimes we need to like break ourselves out of our own boundaries by trying, because we can, like if we never try, then we're always going to be scared of the outcome. So if we try and then we can like still, like sometimes it's a lot of it is fear-based, but back to the Pinterest and being an introvert, it works the best for introverts, because if you're just trying to remain consistent and you want people who are searching, they're actively searching for your content, okay? That's another thing too. Pinterest is a search engine. They're searching for your content, okay? Not your name, your value-based content, right? Engagement rings. what size engagement ring will fit the best on my hand if I have a small hand? What size engagement ring should I get if I only want to spend less than $5,000? This is all information. People are 24/7 typing it onto Google, okay? People are getting engaged all the time, anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter, but they're always going to Google to search for the solution to their problem. They're also going on to Pinterest. Your Pinterest results are also showing up on Google, okay? So that's why it's so super important, especially for introverts, and not even introverts. I'm an extrovert. I'm an introvert and an extrovert. But I use Pinterest all the time. That's how I started. I've been using it for the past 8 years. And it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. Pinterest favors value-based content. So if you're an entrepreneur and you feel like you hate Facebook live streams, you hate taking selfies every day, you hate the fact that your Instagram isn't growing or whatever, start focusing on a platform that favors value over what you look like, okay? That was just the whole point of this live stream. Haley says at work sneaky listening. Hey girl. Don't get in trouble, but I love that you're listening. Mark says, yeah. Okay, Mark says, yes, I'm getting traction on Pinterest because of you, Kylie Francis. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for sharing, Mark. Courtney says we can get you one. Oh, awesome. I just need a guy now. But thank you. Okay, Kristen says yes. Okay, Erica tags someone. Thank you, Erica. And then Danielle says, do you have a Pinterest course? Yes, I do have a Pinterest course, and I will leave that in the comments below, and I'll leave it in the caption of this video as well when I am done this video. So I do have a Pinterest for Business course, and it's Pinterest marketing, and I literally teach, I just updated my course, and I teach everything about Pinterest because I have 95,000 followers on Pinterest, and I've been using it for the last 8 years. I use it every single day. It's one of the most amazing search engines, not only to increase brand awareness for your personal brand, because my stuff now shows up organically on the Google search engine, but it's an amazing way to get your value-based content to last on the internet, okay? Because I know, and that's the biggest reason why I started pushing these Facebook live streams over onto YouTube, was because I knew that it was only reaching not just the people in this group, but 3% of my following. And that's not because of me. That's just out of my control, because that is the algorithm, okay? Same with Instagram. Everyone's like, oh my God, why is my Instagram engagement dropping? What am I doing wrong? And it's like, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just these platforms want you to pay for advertising in order to stand out, okay? So you can either keep battling the algorithm and fighting the algorithm and getting mad and being like, oh my God, I got one less like than yesterday. But it's like, if that like isn't equating to money in your bank account, then it's honestly not doing anything for your business, because you show up, but your post is dying after, depending upon how many followers you have, your post is dying in a day. It's dying, let's just say 3 days. Let's give you like extra brownie points. It dies in 3 days, whatever, especially Instagram stories. That's why I tell people, don't like freak out about like your Instagram story. It only lasts for 24 hours and then it's done. So stop perfecting your Instagram story, because people don't care anyways, and they probably forward tap on it too. So where was I going on that point? I am like in a rant mode today. So what I was saying was, okay, so start pushing your content onto search engines, because at least your content lasts forever. For example, Baby One More Time, Britney Spears. She posted that 10 years ago. It's still coming up #1 in our hearts on the Google search engine, on the YouTube search engine. Like, we still can see it. And it doesn't matter that she posted about it 10 years ago. You cannot say anything about that for Instagram or Facebook. Correct me if I'm wrong. You cannot say that, because your content dies in the algorithm, because it's a time-sensitive platform, okay? That's the difference between time-sensitive platforms and search engine social media websites. Sorry, I was like blanking. So I'm going to wrap this up. So if you guys have any questions about this, okay, Danielle says yes. Yay, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, even though I kind of already did. But if you guys have any last-minute questions, let me know in the comments. So the best social media network and search engine for introverts is Pinterest. And the reason for that being is because Pinterest favors faceless images, okay? They favor value-based content, So a lot of introverts struggle with showing up on live streams, showing up like their selfies, even showing up as just like a regular Instagram post, showing up on their Instagram story, and that is okay. What I want you guys to do is, if you're currently struggling with whatever social media network you're prioritizing in your strategy, take a step back for a second and be like, what do I love doing the most? Do I love talking, audio? Do I love showing up on live streams? Do I love writing, maybe a blog? Do I love taking pictures? Do I love acting goofy on Instagram story? Okay, write all this down. And then from there, you can decide what platforms are the best for you. So if you're an introvert and you struggle with showing your face online, if you don't like consistently posting about yourself, or it's like what you're doing throughout the day doesn't even matter, that's okay, because Pinterest is an answer. And the reason for that being is because Pinterest is a search engine. Your results show on Google, and Pinterest favors value-based content, okay? So when you push, I'll use the CBD example again. When you push a picture onto Pinterest, that's an infographic, and it talks about CBD. 5 amazing health benefits of CBD. Sorry, you guys probably see my like ugly ass CrossFit hands. Oh God. So 5 health benefits of CBD, 5 ways to take CBD, like how to measure the amount of CBD you can take a day. Whatever you're doing to educate people on what they're searching for, they're going to be led to your answer, because every Pinterest image comes with a link. So they're clicking on the picture. Okay, you get a link every single time you post, which is completely the opposite of Instagram. They're clicking on that picture and they're being led to your blog, to a YouTube tutorial, to your website, to a CBD product, to an opt-in that goes to an email list that could give them a freebie, and then you're nurturing them through an email sequence. There's so many different ways. If you have a website, and this is another thing too, people are like, I can't use Pinterest because I don't have a website. It's like, yes, you do. If you're watching this video right now, you have a website and it's your Facebook address, okay? If you have Instagram, you have a website. If you have Tumblr, you have a website, and you can make up landing pages for free, okay? Actually, I take that back. I don't know if you can make landing pages for free, but you can do them at such a minimal cost per month that it's going to be worth it, because you're going to get customers from building your email list, because that's the whole point of building an email list. So Kim says, I need to learn Pinterest. So like I said, Kim, I don't know if you just hopped on, but I'm going to I'm going to leave the link for my Pinterest for Business course in the comments here and in the caption of this video when I'm done this video, which is going to be in like a minute or two. So like I said, Pinterest favors faceless photos. They favor value-based content. And it's at the end of the day, it's like you need to pick a platform where you're going to be consistent, because if you keep battling a platform that you absolutely hate because you're an introvert and you're like, I can't post on Instagram today because I don't want to take another selfie. What that equates to is you not showing up that day. Okay? And that's just like the fact of the matter. Like, that's just like the harsh reality. But like, you don't want to don't keep allowing a platform to decide your fate. Pick another platform that you're comfortable with so you can push out your content consistently on a search engine where people are searching for the solution to their problem, and then they can search for you. And then when they do, they're led to their answer, which is you. And then you have another ideal client. And that's when it becomes passive too. And that's another thing I love about Pinterest is like, I can be sleeping and somebody is searching for me. I don't have to be actively on a live stream. I don't have to always be pushing on my Instagram story. I could have posted this content 6 months ago, like that quote that I said that I searched about myself. Your content becomes more viral over time on search engines. So when I searched for myself, and I didn't even mean to, I typed in like quotes about blah, blah, blah. My quote came up, but I posted that like 8 months ago. So it doesn't matter. It's like I said, the Britney Spears Baby One More Time video. It gets more popular over time because the more people search for it, the more views it gets, okay? The more repins it gets, the more clicks it gets. It's not instant gratification based whatsoever. But who wants instant gratification based if your content dies anyway, right? So like I said, I'm going to leave the link to my Pinterest for Business course in the comments, and I'm going to leave it in the caption of this video if anyone's watching the replay or watching on YouTube or whatever. So I'm going to hop off because like I'm going to a networking event tonight, and like now whenever I do live streams, I like get so exhausted. I'm literally going to need a nap before I go. So I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And like I said, I'll leave the link below in the comments. And if you guys have any questions ever about anything that I said, never hesitate to let me know in the comments, because I love answering your guys' questions. That's why I go on live. I love when you ask me questions. I love when you chat with me. So thank you to everybody that said, hey, chatted with me. I absolutely genuinely love that. That's why I like going on live. Courtney says, you're the best. You are too. Thank you so much for your questions. Kristen says, Kylie, oh yes, you do, Kristen. And I will, you actually have a code, so I will email you that code, Kristen. So I'm going to hop off because I think I wrapped this up like 500 million thousand times. But like I said, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And like I said, if you have any questions watching the replay, always let me know in the comments. And if you guys have any questions related to social media marketing in general, don't ever hesitate to let me know in the comments, because your question could quite literally and anonymously be the topic for the next live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy your Friday. It's Friday. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to play Baby one more time. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. So I will see you guys on Monday on the next live stream. Bye, guys.